Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe.
To the Empowering Joy class. I'm Jodi Hildebrandt. I am sure you're here because you have a desire to heal, a desire to have joy in your life and connection in your relationships. I have that same desire, not only for myself, but also for you. And so I'm very aware that many people are coming and they feel like they can't figure out how to have those things: joy, connection, clarity. And the truth is that you can. Those of you who have been given a diagnosis, I want to tell you that your diagnosis is not who you are. It's not you. The truth is that you can change. You just need education. You need the correct education. You need to understand about the power of your agency and what your agency / your choice has the power to do. And that's where the Empowering Joy class comes in.
I know that I am not the only mom who has spent much of her time looking for a program or a class or some kind of curriculum that I could share with my child, where my child would easily understand and learn about their value and their potential and to inspire them. What I have found is Empowering Joy, and it is now a family favorite. The tradition is every Saturday we get up and we listen to Empowering Joy as we make breakfast together. It really sets the stage for the rest of the weekend. The changes that have occurred in my home have been calming. Because of Empowering Joy, my entire family now has a common vocabulary of words that we use with each other, that we know exactly what the other person means when they say them. We can communicate. But I guarantee you, you will find principles of joy in this class. At the end of each week, as I prepare for a new Saturday class, I'll take the slides off of the fridge and put them in a book. This provides my family with a book of principles and easy to understand visuals. This is literally the book on raising children that you have been looking for. And it is a great way to learn as a family, from mom and dad, the children, invite grandparents, your aunts and uncles to join, and then you have curriculum to discuss the rest of the week. I like to print out my slides and put them on the fridge, and then anytime the kids come home from school or come home from a play date or have an interaction that they're uncomfortable with, or maybe they're being disrespectful, I can go back to the visual and plug any experience into what we learned in a Saturday class. And the reason you can do that is because these are principles, and principles apply across the board in any situation.
I invite you to join me every Saturday to learn about principles of truth. The base being honest, responsible, and humble, and how you can use your choices to empower you to recognize distortion and recognize truth and reframe those distortions, those lies, back into what the reality is, back into the truth, so that your life can become calm. Your life will become clear and you will be able to have connection and peace. I'll see you on Saturday. Other ways to grab your children's attention. It may take more effort, and it probably will take more effort on your part, rather than hitting them, because when you hit them, you usually have their attention. Most kids will be like, and then they'll be like, what do you want? What do you want? I'll do whatever you want. Just don't hit me again. But then you have this dynamic set up of, I'm afraid of you, and I obey you because I'm afraid of you, not because I love you or I respect you or I want to obey you. I do those things out of compliance now. And some kids won't even do it out of compliance. They'll just get hit and then they'll just look at you like, so? Now what are you going to do? Hit them harder? Like pummel them? Now you've lost your intervention. And more kids are going towards that, where they just don't appear to be faced. You are responsible to protect you, and now you're responsible to protect a baby. So I know that many of us, if not all of us, have been conditioned to believe that, if someone is being abusive, then you need to get away from that person who's being abusive. But it's okay to leave the kids in that environment. And I understand that many of the laws in the world support that. A man or a woman can be being abusive and they still will have their children given to them, which is horrible. And I understand why the law does that, because there's so much deception going on that the law, quote unquote, they don't know where the truth is. They don't know who's telling the truth. So this little boy that you have depends on you, Mom. And I'm hoping that you will be a lioness to protect him. So what I'm saying is, I want to choose and I want to engage in behavior. And so what I'm saying is, I want to choose and I want to engage in behavior and I don't want the outcomes. That's what abortion's about. I don't want the outcomes. I want to play like fantasy land and just blow the outcomes away from me. Like I don't want them. And so that's where people come in and say, well, you're controlling me. No, nobody's controlling you. You knew exactly what you were doing. And again, please don't come with all the exceptions. I'm talking to the masses that get abortions. You know what you're doing and you're choosing to engage anyways for whatever reason. You want to feel loved. You want to be close. You want to have intimacy. You want to engage in lust. You want to keep your partner. I mean, I don't know all the reasons that people do that. There are lots of them. But just know that you are going to be responsible for the outcome of those choices. I would invite you to think of your life from a place of principles. So anything that you think, anything that you feel, anything that you choose to engage in behaviorally, such as putting something into your body, it is your responsibility to assess all of that for, is this truthful? Is this honest? Is this responsible? It's probably going to be your biggest one. Is this responsible? And am I being humble? Am I open? Am I curious? Am I thoughtful? Am I willing to consider that this may not be something that is truthful, is appropriate for my body? I was talking to a mom the other day, and she has a daughter who's an adult, and the adult daughter has decided to not spend a lot of time with her parents. And the mom said to her, well, if you'll spend time with me, then I'll just listen to everything you have to say. I just want you around me. And I said to the mom, like, whoa, Mom, no. That's not the motive here. Your motive in truth, if you want to live in truth, yes, I want to live in truth. Then you just don't agree with everything that your grown daughter has to say. You assess it for truth. And you let her know that, wow, when you say this, I'm going to have to agree to disagree with you. She's like, yeah, but if I say that, then she might leave again. And I said, yeah, she might. And your job is not to sit here and control whether she stays or whether she doesn't stay. Your job is to stay reflectant of truth.
So the invitation is, and the hope is that all of the moms that come here learn how and practice plugging in principles of truth into these different circumstances.
Or principles of truth are about learning how to be honest, learning how to be responsible. Responsible for what? Your own perceptions, your own feelings, your own actions. So perception comes first, then you have an emotional response to a perception, like you're creating that. And then you take your perception and your emotion and you then go act with it. And so as we're getting comments back, people are perceiving not a truth. You're not hearing what we're saying to you. We're inviting you to be responsible for what you're perceiving. And we're asking you to be responsible for what you're feeling. And we're asking you to be responsible for your action, which is your typing. I'm going to react to this person. Like, when you're responsible for all of that, then you are living in truth. And here's how we will know if a comment is coming towards us in truth. There will be curiosity in your question, in your statements. You will say, help me understand. You will say, I used to do this and now I can see truth. Anyone who is actually practicing living principles of truth does not attack, does not get defensive, does not blame, does not say, well, sin is sin, it's okay. They don't do those things. And so if you hear in your mind that you're getting reactionary and you want to come at one of us or at someone else who has made a comment in the Facebook page, and you feel like that's wrong, and you're upset and you want to tell them how wrong they are, you are in classic distortion.
Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share.